came up in the system. Y'all do it any other time. Everybody got IDs and stuff like that.
What's the call? Sir? We ain't even doing nothing.
That's your waistband, sir.
What's the call, bro?
Well, right now we just found one.
Okay, I don't know him.
Don't step back. I don't got it back up.
You need to
Unless
step
you
back.
touching me.
That's my me, but we got it on camera. You touching them, bro?
You're gonna listen.
Why you touching them, bro?
Get back. Stay over there. That's scaring me.
Yeah, he got me. He got me. Back don't touch me. You so whole.
What's going on, America, and welcome back to the Justice for All channel. That second. Back at it, folks, with another banger to the very last second. And this one's a crazy one. And somebody actually sent me this video, but they wanted to stay anonymous. But it's okay, because I thought it was perfect to expose this on the internet. And of course, for you guys as well. Knowing how this channel right here, it's all about exposing the dirty corruption and
Sorry about that. It looks like it just blanked out on me. Hey everybody, what's going on? Let me try to refresh StreamYard here. It just seemed to have just glitched. I was watching that with you and then it just disappeared. Everybody, welcome to Delete Laws. Thank you for having me. Do me a favor, hit the like. Can you hear me? You guys got me okay? Can you hear me all right? Give me a 5x5. Okay, cool. Let's get back to the video here. A bunch of dirty cops.
and etc., folks. But this time around, they came across and tried to harass the wrong group of men. Don't want to blow no more of the video, folks. Without further ado, sit back, relax. We'll see you on the comments and enjoy.
We cool.
And make sure you guys get over here and subscribe to this guy and tell him Delete Laws sent you. Get over here and subscribe to this guy. I put his link down in the comment section. Justice for All. He's got 36,000 subs. Let's get him another 500 subs. Let's get him another 500 subs. He deserves it. He's bringing this. Someone sent this to him. He kept them anonymous. Let's give him a little love.
We just want to rep to whoever owns the Volvo, man, about the tents. That's it. Y'all doing all right?
Damn.
Yeah, that's it, my man. We're not worried about a little bit of weed or anything.
Okay, so they pull up there and they say they want to talk to the person who has the tinted windows. You have the right to remain silent. You do not have to self-incriminate yourself. At that point right there, you would immediately plead the Fifth Amendment and wouldn't say another word to them, especially if it was your car. You have the right to remain silent. Here, you would use that right. About the tint on the Volvo. You don't have to step forward and say, that's my Volvo. They're welcome to give your car a ticket. The fact is, it's a group of black men hanging out together, and so they're going to go over and Terry stop them.
Damn.
Yeah, that's it, my man. We're not worried about a little bit of weed or anything, the open containers or whatever. That's it, just the tents, man. That person over there, you know over there. That person in the building somewhere. They're inside? Yeah, they over there.
Okay, people, in case you didn't know, these type of undercovers are called the jump out boys. Why are they called the jump out boys? Because all they do all day is ride around people's neighborhoods in an unmarked vehicle undercover, profiling people, jumping out on them.
It's called a Terry stop. Justice for All is doing some great work bringing this to all of us. This is called a Terry stop. That's what this is called. This is called a Terry stop. It's not jump out boys. It's called a Terry stop. There's a way we can change it. with OTVO, by overturning Terry versus Ohio. They may have nicknames for what they do within the different communities or even with the coppers. This is called a Terry stop. You need to recognize it. That's when the cops, they're called jump out boys, they jump out of their car and they exclaim, "We're reasonably articulately suspicious." As you guys know, last week I covered an auditor who said reasonable articulable suspicion is the standard of bedrock of freedom. Is that what you're seeing here? It's not what you're seeing here, is it? They jump out of their car and say, "We're suspicious of this car right here that the windows are tinted too dark." That's what reasonable articulable suspicion does. Now, the next part of Terry versus Ohio is I get to pat you down and detain you for the third part, officer safety.
Catching them off guard, violating people's rights that don't know their rights and thinking they can do whatever they want with them, and etc. Now, as you can see, they hopped out the vehicle, and according to them, the reason why they hopped out is because they said that that vehicle right there has illegal tints.
They're reasonably articulably suspicious that the car's windows tinting is too dark.
But there's not even nobody driving. Folks, this is how they break the ice here, but don't go
They break the ice using Terry versus Ohio.
nowhere because a lot more show up.
That car ain't here, you gotta be certain. Everybody got ID.
Okay, now he's suspicious of everybody around there. He has reasonable articulable suspicion that one of them around there has the tinted windows for the car. So with reasonable articulable suspicion in a stop and ID state, you have to say out loud, "I identify as good citizen." This is Hibble versus Nevada, 2004.
Stuff like that. What's the call, sir? What's the ID for? We ain't loitering either. Yeah, that sound like jump out cycles. What you think? ID stopping first. Don't show him, bro. Don't show him. I ain't commit no crime.
What have these guys done wrong? Nothing. The cops have reasonable articulable suspicion.
All right, so everybody, let's calm down, okay?
Okay, so how come he can do that? How come that cop can walk up to that man and say, "Spread your arms out, I want to pat you down"? How come he can do that? It's because of a 1968 holding called Terry versus Ohio. Without Terry versus Ohio, this man would never be able to do this to this man. It would never be possible. This is a Terry stop. What they're doing right there is called a Terry pat down. And originally a Terry pat down, according to the context of the Supreme Court case, is that it was a light frisk on the outside of the trousers. Does this look like a light frisk on the outside of the trousers right there to you? Or does that look like, "You are my prisoner, you will do what I say"? That's Terry versus Ohio. That's not Jump Out Boys. It's not the Stanford experiment. It's not qualified immunity. That is right there a Terry stop.
Now, go ahead, just sit down.
Do you see how he touched his side to see if he had a weapon?
Crazy. I'm definitely gonna need your ID.
Now, I'm definitely going to need your ID without any probable cause. And he feels so emboldened and empowered to do that. None of these guys have the 5A cop card.
Man, hold the fuck up. Hey, come on.
All right, hey, stand up for me. Based on what I need you to stand up.
Nah, but
I'm sorry, what did he say it was based on?
Hey, stand up for me. Based on what I need.
Based on what I've seen here, the probable cause of the window being tinted, it's unbelievable. Let me be 100% clear with the people who are watching this now. This is what Terry versus Ohio allows police to do to us. This is what lowering from a probable cause standard sworn by oath or affirmation by the victim, lowering down to a cop is reasonably articulately suspicious. This is what you get. And then in the name of officer safety, they can then pat them down for weapons so that they feel safe as they encroach upon these free men doing nothing but sitting in a public space. It's unbelievable. It's Terry versus Ohio. It's not qualified immunity.
Nah, but
You mind showing me your waistband?
Do you mind showing me your waistband? He was sitting there minding his own business. The police using the probable cause of the tinted windows makes them reasonably articulately suspicious of these men. And now they have to prove to the cops for the cops' safety. Terry versus Ohio. Officer safety first.
don't touch him, bro. He ain't even doing nothing.
Can I see your waistband, sir?
What's it called, bro?
Well, right now we just found one.
Okay, I don't know him.
And he's hanging out with y'all.
He's not hanging with
All
us.
this stuff that's out here. Plus, you sitting in front of an area.
She said we can sit right here, bro.
Plus, you're sitting in front of an area.
I don't think so.
Call her and ask her.
I don't think so.
Call
No,
Miss
can I-
Dapper and
can I
ask
see
her.
your waistband?
Can I see your waistband? Can I see your waistband? You beta male.
I ain't showing you my waistband, bro, because I ain't do nothing, bro. Nigga crazy as shit, bro.
That man was just walking past, man. That man was just walking past, man. Y'all put him in the moment, man. Because I have enough suspicion based on that.
I have enough. What did he say? Let's listen to it again and listen very carefully. What did he say again?
Because I have enough suspicion based on that. I want to limit that. I don't want to put hands on everybody. But you guys are doing right here every day. You let you sit there,
I have enough suspicion. But he says he doesn't want to put hands on you. Then why are you there? Why do you have on your murder gloves?
I don't know nothing about.
Why are they all wearing these gloves? All of them. You didn't come. I mean, they're all wearing these black gloves. So creepy.
Right here every day. You let you sit there, let you do your thing.
We let you sit here and let you do your thing. Oh, thank God for you allowing us to be free.
I don't know nothing about what the just happened.
Mo, this nigga.
More cops are coming up. There's been no crime. There's been no call for a crime. These guys have jump out boys have jumped out of their car, claimed there's probable cause because of windows tinted too dark. And the men sitting on the sidewalk now are reasonably articulately suspicious.
Nigga crazy. Man, no.
This is now turned into a gang that they're all saying we're reasonably articulately suspicious of you. And because we're afraid for our lives, because they are afraid for their lives, they can now physically begin to grab you, throw you on the ground to check you for weapons. That's in their policy. You didn't comply to being a Terry pat down. It's within our policy. If you don't comply, we can use the necessary force to make sure that you're not armed. Whose policy is that? Within each individual police department across America has created their own set of Terry policies based on the policy of the Supreme Court. 9 unelected black robe tyrants that have nothing in common with you and I. This is a Terry stop. And they now can use the policy of officer safety. They now have their policy in their police department that says, if you don't agree to let me pat your waistband down, well, then I can use my stick. I can use my taser. I can use overwhelming force. I can throw you on the ground. I can strike you. I can use pain compliance. I can put you in torture cuffs. This is written within the policy of each and every police department in America. If you do not comply to my request for my safety to pat you down, then what I can do to you is limitless. I am your God, and nobody can stop me from what I will do to you if you do not allow me to pat you down. And if I start to move into action against you, all of these other men wearing this shiny piece of metal here will join me in making sure that we follow the policy that our police department wrote around the standard created in Terry versus Ohio, the policy created by the Supreme Court.
Don't approach. You can video back up. Back up. You can video. No, back up right here. I'm telling you to back up. You're approaching.
Oh man, y'all put me far enough.
No, step back behind the line.
Don't move your feet. Your stick is this. I'm doing a First Amendment constitutionally protected activity. I'm sorry. I'm doing a First Amendment constitutionally protected activity. I'm on the path that is the citizen's right of way, the sidewalk. I will not be moving my feet from any place at this current time. You're on camera. I invoke my First Amendment right to be press. That's it. You know your stick. And once you say those words, let him arrest you. Let him physically do what he's going to do to you. Catch it on camera. Face high. Put it right in his face. This is the least that these pigs deserve, is a camera in their face. This is the very bottom of what they actually deserve. And this is what we deserve, is transparency. You got to have your stick down and make sure you have it down solid. Practice in the mirror exactly what I just taught you. There it is.
Go that way. Go that way.
No, step back behind the line.
Step back behind the line that he created for you.
Oh man, y'all put me far enough.
No, step back behind the line.
What are they doing to that man, and why are they doing it? He was sitting down. He wasn't doing anything. You have, take a look. You have two arms with the use of gravity and their strength coming down on him, 2-on-1. You have two of their arms on one of his arms. Why? For what? How come? So confused. Why is this happening? Look, one from behind, one from the other way, both pulling two different ways. Now he's pulling his arm behind his back, pulling his arms back. There's another hand in his back here. There's another man on that shoulder over there. And he's trying to send the filmer away. Go over there.
Go that way. Go that way.
Go that way. Go that way. He's trying to film what's happening to the man in the white t-shirt.
I need to back up, okay?
No, he's screaming now, and you have not invoked your First Amendment right to be press.
You need to back up. Let's go back.
Don't touch me, bro.
Look, you guys got to get it. I mean, this is part of it. Matter of fact, right now, I'm going to give away. I'm going to give away 4 cop cards right now to the first 4 people who go to my WordPress, go to my website, Delete Laws right now. I'm going to give away 4 sets of cop cards right now to the next 4 people who go to deletelaws.com, go to my contact me, and then say, I want to be the winner. It's 6:50 p.m. right now, Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to give 4 people the cop card. Merry Christmas. I'll mail it to you when the mail goes out tomorrow with all the orders. 4 people. Get free cop cards right now. Merry Christmas. The next 4 people who go through my website, deletelaws.com with a Z, I'm going to give 4 people the cop card. You see what it says? Number 1 right there, cop cited. You state out loud. As soon as you see the cop, what do you state? I invoke my First Amendment right immediately. Because then when you're a member of the press and you're filming that jackboot thug pig, and that jackboot thug pig puts his hands on you or physically screams in your face or tries to knock the camera out of your hand, you have a First Amendment violation. You stated out loud. I invoke my First Amendment. Cop cited. You start filming and say, I invoke my First Amendment. There's step 1. Next 4 people who contact me through my website are getting free 5th Amendment cop cards. If you got to go to here, come right back. I'll read the winners in a minute. Let's get back to the video. Everybody has to know this. When you see a cop, you start filming and you say, what? I invoke my First Amendment right. That's all you have to say. Now, and when you go to court, the clearly established prong, that goes around their qualified immunity. That's where qualified immunity matters. But if you don't state your privilege, I invoke my First Amendment right, then that privilege has not been invoked. So if you're trying to film and that cop's trying to block you, he's trying to keep order. You never said you were being pressed. That's how bad it is. That's how bad our system has been corrupted.
Man, y'all put me far enough.
No, step back behind the line.
I can't see.
Go that way. You need to back up, okay? You need to back up. Let's go back.
Bro, don't touch me, bro.
Because you're not listening to get my orders. No, just pick up the chair and go. That's too close. Go to the edge of the building right here. Right here.
I got the 4 winners. You guys can stop submitting. Thank you.
Don't touch my bag, bro. Are you touching my bag, bro?
You
Ain't
have
nothing
ID on
in
you?
it. Nah,
Based on the gun I
I'm not
recovered off the guy.
I don't care. That wasn't me. Get off me, bro. Get off me. You're not touching me. Get off me. What you talking about? This ass.
But y'all don't realize this is not your.
It don't matter. She ain't called you. You talking about? She said we can sit right here. Did you get a call about loitering right here? All right, then. Call then.
You can have your video and do whatever you want. But
Yeah, I know. Back up.
this is not a weed spot. This is not a place.
Yeah, we never said it
He didn't invoke his First Amendment right to be press.
was. We chilling. Fuck you talking about?
Going down the street.
Hey, excuse me, sir, that's mine.
They can't tell you to leave a private establishment. They can't tell you where you can stand or where you can be. They can't do what they're doing here. That is not a Terry stop. That's harassment.
In your hand. No, I don't have my ID. Come on, bro. How old are you? I'm 21 years old. Y'all can put my name up in the system. Y'all do it any other time. Come on,
That
man.
nigga crazy.
Plenty of times I didn't have my ID.
Get up, man. This stuff,
Come on, man.
It's amazing to me that people still get arrested for Mary Jane.
Man, what brother they got the dog on though? He was with them, bro. I'm telling you, real live, homie. Was with them, bro. Real live,
What a waste of our resources. Take a look at what just everybody just notice those are our resources. Those resources belong to you and me. We pay for those resources. We only pay for 4 things. As taxpayers, we pay for bombs, wars, cops, and cages. We pay for those cops to do that. That's where our money is being allocated. Look how many people, look how many cops are there allocated to those men for what? For Mary Jane? For Mary Jane? You're solving the world's problems? You're helping us out? That's a victim of RAPE. That's a victim of crime. That's someone who's had their belongings stolen, their phone, their computer, their lights. Something was stolen of theirs. That's where our money's being spent right now. You dirty jackboot thug pigs. I had to create a card. To teach people how to talk to these jackboot thug pigs. And I give them. These god dang pigs. I'll read the winners in a second of the 5A cop cards.
nigga gone, bro.
I'm just making sure everything
And there's what, 10, 12 cops there? Oh, weed's not illegal and they're taking his weed. And now the guys are trying to get those guys' weed back. He just had a big bag of weed.
I'm not going to step back. Step back.
What did that cop start going hands on? But he didn't go hands on in a Terry pat down. He went hands on in physical violence.
I'm not going to step back. Step back. I don't got to back up. You need to step back. Touching me. I'm touching you. Oh, why you touching?
Don't provoke my man. Don't test my belief. Don't test my belief. We got that shit on camera. Why you touching them, bro? Why you touching them, bro?
Get back. Stay over there. You're not scaring me.
You's a whore, nigga. Back up. You talk about get the fuck out my face, nigga. Yeah, he got me. He got me. Back up. Don't touch him.
Get out.
Don't touch him.
Get out of my face. Get out of my face.
Don't touch him. Bitch ass nigga, you's a whore.
It's a gang, y'all. You're looking at a gang.
You so whole.
Yeah, we got all that shit. Y'all go roll out, roll the
Angry. You look angry. I'm not angry.
out. Got all that shit. Y'all go roll out, roll the
Angry. You look angry. I'm not angry.
Put a 1 in the chat if that's an angry pig. Put a 1 in the chat if that is one of the most angry pigs you've ever seen. Not as angry as the video we're going to see next. The video we're going to see next has really angry pig in it. I mean, really an angry pig. Off his rocker pig.
Stand back. It needs back off.
Can I get your badge now? Can I get your badge now?
Yes, 1449.
See, it doesn't matter if you get your name and badge number 1449 because the only person you can complain to are the same pigs that pig works for.
Go on back.
Go on back where? They don't have to go anywhere. They're out on the street in the middle of the day. It's a gang. Look, they're not doing anything. There's no crime there. They're not solving anything. They're just bullying citizens. They're not doing any good. Even if they had caught chemicals on those guys, it wouldn't stop the person who wanted to get some chemicals. They would just go to a different source. Look at the gang. I mean, look at this. It's just disgusting. You don't have to clear the streets. You're allowed to stand on the sidewalk as long as you want.
Come in. Stop the threats, okay?
Stop the threats. You're the one that came with physical violence. You're the one who's been an imposing physical menace. They're trying to steal the guy's bag of Mary Jane. That's what's going on over here.
Man, Slim.
Look, it's a gang, and their operation is stealing the other guy's chemicals. They're stealing the chemicals. That's what they're doing right there.
That nigga was with them, ho. That nigga was with them, ho. That nigga was with.
Look how many cops are there. Look at the resources that we are spending our money on. Look at what you're looking at. Look at the fucking resources, the money that you and I are ponying up. There's a dozen, 15 cops there. They're just strutting around on the street, just messing with people.
I could tell he was with them, bro. They ain't even pull their guns out when they saw this nigga had a gun.
Where you at now?
That nigga gone, fool.
Swear to God.
Nigga is gone, bro. That nigga is gone, ho. I swear to God, that gone, bro.
That's in Vegas, somebody. That ain't got nothing to do with us. That ain't got nothing to do with us.
Breaking and entering.
Get him. Breaking it. Stop what y'all doing.
Now they're just going into that building. It's just crazy. It's insane what we're seeing. Remember, I mean, let me go back. Let me go back. If you didn't see the beginning of this video, these cops drive by, see a car with tinted windows, and just jump out. And the narrator of this, Justice for All, the videographer who shared this, I'm at a loss for words. I'm at 9:56 right here. So they're going into someone's building right here. But right here,
on the comments and enjoy.
We cool.
Listen. The Volvo about the tint.
Damn.
So y'all doing all right? And now there's two. Now there's 15. Now there's 15 cops there. Started off as 2. Now there's 15.
Breaking it.
Now they're going into this person's building for what?
What y'all doing?
What the
Nothing short of remarkable that we're seeing this. It's just crazy.
Hey Mo, they crazy.
Keep filming the apartment, dude. You're losing it. Film the apartment.
Okay, people, that's where the video actually.
Okay. So get over here, subscribe to this guy. As you guys can see, I left some comments. New sub, I'd love to point out, it was a Terry stop. You know, let everybody know it was a Terry stop. Please lean and teach the people. Yeah, it was a Terry stop all the way. I mean, when you see stuff like this is. Let me share the link for this guy's video. If you guys want to get over there and show him some love, let him know I sent you. Here's the link in the comment section right there. You know, I got to tell you, the next video you're going to see is crazier. It's crazier. I'm not sure how viral it's gone, but it's gone in a day. It's like 150 or 200,000 views or something like that. It's a lot of views. It's a lot of views. What is it? 162,000 views in one day. So this video is super. That's a lot of views. You're pretty viral if you're doing 162,000 views in one day, and with this crazy with good reason, because this video you're going to see is absolutely insane. This cop goes crazy, and just so you know, they're going to talk about things in this video, and this is the civil rights lawyer. I'm sure some of you guys have already seen his video, but right, Daryl, you saw it earlier. This has to be talked about. And there's certain points of this video that we have to discuss, and I'm going to break down even further than Brian does. And you know, Ali Baba to Brian, like he's just absolutely crushing it. He's crushing it. You can tell he hates cops. I mean, I'm not going to speak for him. You can tell he has a true disdain for the cops. But we're gonna talk about this, and I'm gonna get into it. I think you kind of have to hear his explanation for you to really understand what's going on here. This is okay. So let me read the winners real quick. The winners for the 5A cop card, 651. The first one is, Sun Monets. I'm not gonna get caught into it. It's Megan. The girl's name is Megan. Megan, you won one of the 5A cop cards. You gotta send me your address. Anthony G. I have your email address here. Guy, I got your email. You won the Fifth Amendment cop cards. You got to send me your full address, full name and mailing address. It has to come from the same email address that I have on file here. Jeffrey G, you did win. You won the 5A cop cards. And then let me get the last one is, you are the winner. Christopher G. You got to send me your full name and mailing address, and I'll ship you out the 5A cop cards tomorrow. They'll go out first thing in the morning. Fifth Amendment cop cards. Let's. I'll tell you what. As soon as we get into this a little bit, I'm going to give away 5 more. I'm going to give away 5 more Fifth Amendment cop cards. It's Christmas. It's Christmas time. Any of my faithful here want a 5A cop card? Tonight's the night to get them. I'm going to give away 5 more to random strangers, or not random strangers. I often forget sometimes that when I'm talking to people, a lot of the people here truly know me. They know that. I mean, I'm the same person here as I am in real life. So I kind of forget that a lot of people here know me. They know my personality. When I call them on the phone, they're like, "Oh, Chille." They know me. Like, we're longtime friends. So I kind of forget that sometimes, and I don't mean to. You know, it's just 5 more. I'm going to give away 5 more cards. Give me 1 second. And then this time I'm going to require you get your full mailing address and everything in there. So that way I can just do one email, copy and paste, and put your mailing address perfect. So I can just copy and paste it and stick it on a thing. Okay, but let's get into 5 minutes of Brian's video. And in 5 minutes, I'll give away 5 more of the cop cards. Merry Christmas, everybody.
This crazy video footage that you won't see anywhere else shows an off-duty police officer going on a rampage. How was he treated when his coworkers arrived? Was there any accountability after the fact? What do you think? You're really not going to believe this one.
No.
Let's go through it.
James, come here, please. There's bullet holes in the car here, and obviously he was driving. They said they shot at him. I don't know what the deal is, but Bounty's trying to get him in the cruiser right now. He's done pushed this girl down in the parking lot out here.
Courtney. That's his baby mama.
I don't know if that's his girlfriend, his whatever, who that is. I ain't got the bomb that either. Don't know nothing because he's acting like a f***ing idiot. Can't get him in the car.
Everybody 10-4.
Get him in a car in one of ours.
I handle you. I handle you.
What? That's a cop. This guy's a cop.
You f***ing shoot at me, motherfucking dog. I'm not f***ing cool with that shit. I'm not f***ing cool with that shit.
James, you better settle down now.
I settled that shit.
That's every cop there is. This is how they believe they can behave, just like this one here.
Nobody f***ing settle down. What the f***ing shoot at me? Don't f***ing shoot at me.
Whoa. Did he? I think he actually grabbed. I think he actually, he reached over and he grabbed it. Let's do the cards. 5 more free cop cards. You got to go through my website, go to contact me. It's 707 right now. You got to get your full shipping address in there. Full shipping address. Next 5 people who contact me are getting the 5th Amendment driver and non-driver cop card for free for Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. So I'm going to try to give as many of these away as I can. So that'll be 9 so far, because those 4 people earlier and 5 more. And so the next 5 people who go to my website, deletelaws.com, go to the contact me and then put your name, mailing address, and then cop card. And then I'll send it to you tomorrow. Let's get back to it.
Down, bro. This is not you, bro. Calm down. Calm down. Breathe, bro. Breathe, bro. You asking me to move. Breathe, bro.
No, that's him.
Bro, this is not you. This is not you.
It is him.
I'll post a link to the original video that I did on this, which is like an hour long because it has all the footage. But in a nutshell, this is the scenario. I represent the guy who owned this bar, who had nothing to do with this guy prior to this incident. And this guy, this off-duty police officer, Bluefield, West Virginia, finds out that his girlfriend or his baby mama / whatever is drinking at this bar with some other dudes. And he arrives, and this is what he does when he arrives. He actually gets in a shootout there, and then he tries to attack my client. So here is a introduction about specifically what happened that I put in my first video. What you just saw in this video is an off-duty Bluefield, West Virginia police officer physically assaulting several individuals outside Greg's Sports Bar located in Bluefield, West Virginia. One of the individuals attacked by the officer was his girlfriend and mother of his child. He attacked her on video. This led to a misdemeanor criminal charge of domestic battery. That in turn led to a local media report noting that an off-duty Bluefield police officer had been charged with domestic battery. So this officer was indeed charged with 1 count of misdemeanor domestic battery.
How crazy is that these guys can't even keep it together at home, that they are beating their women and their children, and yet they are allowed to go into our culture, into our public, and have authority over good people. I mean, just so you guys know, I'm quite investigated. I would not beat on somebody. I have never beat on somebody. You don't go beating on people. And I was pretty tough when I was a young man. You don't beat on people. You don't beat on women. You don't beat on men. You don't just beat on people because you can. You don't do it. And yet we're seeing time and time and time again that these cops are beating their children and beating their women. And yet they're still entrusted with a gun and badge and authority over you and me, and it has to change. You get caught beating your woman or your children, your peace officer certificate should be stripped.
Originally after this night, and we'll come back to that. But let's just look at some more of the body cam footage of this interaction once the police officer co-workers arrived to the scene. And they try to control him unsuccessfully.
I'm turn my goddamn badge in right now, my goddamn mother. I will. You can't. I'm telling you right now, this is a goddamn shot at me.
He said, I'll turn my god badge in. He's telling the other gang members that he's willing to leave the gang. And anytime a gang member is going to leave the gang, they really don't want the gang member to leave the gang. You know, the gang member has lost secrets. They don't want gang members to leave gangs.
I'm not playing.
Walk over to him. Get in the cruiser. Calm down.
I got the 5 winners for the next 5A cop card. Give me a minute.
I own it later.
James,
I own it later.
come on, bro. When you wake up, you're going to hate this story. Bro, I'm telling you.
Now, this is my client, Greg, who just can't believe what's happening right in the parking lot of his business. And he's trying to film what's happening. And you see the interaction between Greg and the officers who are supposed to be protecting and serving Greg.
Go. You're making things worse right now.
You making
We're
it worse
trying to
because
prove-
you can't control that
I'll
person.
tell you, I'm going to put you in jail too if you don't go back here.
You can't go to jail for recording.
He's definitely just doing this shit for the camera, bro. Please get in your car. Let me drive your car to the station. Please, bro.
Look at that behavior. And, you know, it's funny because there's a very famous saying, you know, boys will be boys, right? And it looks as though people can be drunk and have pushing matches and screaming matches, and then you can just calm them down. And within that little time period after they calm down, then the whole situation's over. They don't need to get a criminal record. They seem to be able to do that just fine with this Jack Boo Thug Pig. I mean, he's pushing them, screaming at them, knocking their body cams off. Why can't we have that system for Americans or people in the United States who get too inebriated at a establishment and then bring around a double-decker bus, and that has a quarantine area in it, all plastic, like I've explained numerous times, almost like a giant jump house. And they go in there. They can puke, they can poop, they can try to bite their way through the plastic. They can do whatever they want. They're not going to get through the plastic. Let them pee, poop, scream, punch it out, yell it out in the back of that double decker that we've re-engineered. And then at the end of that, say, man, you got in a shoving match with the bartender. I did. Yeah. Listen, you have to go through mandatory rehabilitation. You have to go through alcohol training and screening. You have to go through these steps. You're not going to get arrested. You're not going to get a criminal record. But if you don't do these steps with us because of how out of control you were and you were physically trying to fight people, if you don't do these steps, then you could be looked at getting charges put against you. Whereas if you just go through these steps, then what you did, you pushed a cop, you pushed the bartender, you tried to punch the bartender, he blocked it and took you down. We're not going to arrest you. Bartender doesn't want you to arrest you. And you got to go through this process here. Could you imagine that? Could you even imagine that? A more humane society that helped people who had alcohol problems?
Go, y'all! Every single body is come down!
He said, F all y'all, F every single one of you who came down here. He's talking about the coppers, I believe.
You can't go to jail for recording.
He's definitely just doing this shit for the camera, bro. Please get in your car. Let me drive your car to the station. Please, bro.
Go, y'all! Every single body is come down!
Well, I'm telling you, Chief, he probably won't talk to you. He's telling me to take his job and shove it. He's done threatened us. He's done my camera all 3 times. He's all up pushing bombing around right now. Hey, James.
I don't give a
James, somebody wants to talk to you.
Like, y'all not gonna take it out. I don't care about none of y'all.
He ain't talking to nobody. He's end up going to get thrown in the pavement here in a minute. Because he's done pushed everybody here.
I don't care. And you I don't care. Thank you. You
right.
drunk motherfucker. That's all you do is drink. Why you gonna run the bar? You're a drunk fucking night.
Put him in the cruiser, take him to the station, Chief said now.
Wow. After all that, did you hear what the piggy said? Listen, after he knocked listen.
All you do is drink. Why you gonna run the bar? You're a drunk fucking night.
Put him in the cruiser, take him to the station, Chief said now.
So wait a minute. So Daddy Chief can just chime in and say, put him in the cruiser and take him to the station now. And then by force, these guys can put him in a cruiser and take him to the station without putting him in torture cuffs. Yes. And furthermore, not giving him any criminal charges. Yes. Wow. Whoa. You mean you don't have to criminally charge people because they're drunk and stupid? No, you don't. Whoa. Well, are they going to learn a lesson from you not charging them? Yes, because they'll have to go through mandatory alcohol screening, mandatory progress. They'll have to go through that. And we'll get to find out if they're truly a raging alcoholic. Because if they're truly a raging alcoholic like that, they could be beating their wife, beating their children. And he's a copper. What else could he have done if he's a raging alcoholic as a copper? I wonder. But you see my point, though? They don't need to be arrested, shackled like a pig. They don't need to be taken to a dungeon. They don't need to get criminal charges. And I don't like this pig. I'm not sticking up on his behalf. That's for damn sure.
As I explained in the first video, the craziest thing that happened here is that this off-duty officer arrives at the scene and he ends up in a shootout. What the criminal charge and media report didn't disclose is that the off-duty officer caught on video here outside Greg's Sports Bar on October 24th, 2021, had already been involved in a shooting with two other men at the same location just minutes earlier. Yes, there was a shootout outside this bar involving an off-duty police officer, and not only was it apparently hidden from the public, but unbelievably, nobody was charged. The officer who pulled a gun and fired at two other men was not charged with any crime related to that shooting. Neither were the other two men charged with any crime. A shooting has happened. That's undisputed. A police officer was involved. 911 was called.
At the scene, 1550 hours was met by Detective Kenny Adams, who advised the accused, James Mullins, had been involved in a physical altercation with the victim, Taylor Gianotolo. Trooper Ayers then met with the accused Bluefield Police Department. At the time, received a statement from the accused. The accused was advised his Miranda rights by Detective Adams and said rights statement is referred in Trooper Ayers' statement. It didn't make any sense. The accused advised he had received a call from the victim that stated she was being held against her will at Greg's bar in Bluefield. The accused then went to the bar and physically removed the victim from the bar and got into an altercation with some subjects outside the bar. During part of the altercation, the accused pushed the victim to the ground, causing the victim to scrape her knees. The accused was placed under arrest and charged with domestic battery and domestic assault. This incident occurred in Mercer County. But it doesn't say anything about a shooting. So this is when you're talking about the cop abusing his wife or girlfriend.
Can you imagine any scenario where there's a gunfight outside a bar involving a police officer and nobody is charged with a crime? Both sides in a shootout cannot both be innocent under the law, can they? Moreover, I would argue that the presence of a police officer exponentially increases the likelihood of severe criminal charges. Would we ever expect law enforcement to decline to charge any individual who took a shot at a police officer? Well, maybe if the civilian shooter was the one engaging in self-defense and the police officer was the aggressor, in which case maybe nobody gets charged in that scenario. Why? Not because that's justice or the correct result under the law, but because that's how the thin blue line operates, as we all know. So
that's funny. Tupac Shakur also, if you guys don't know about Tupac actually shot some cops and got away with it because they were the aggressors. They were acting like a gang, and Tupac shot the cops. And you can look it up. I'm not telling you any lies here. So it's funny. I'm reading the winners, and one of them is Todd Epperson. And Todd, you sent me in your address, but right here, Todd, this was I'll just show you the yellow part. This was returned to sender on your trifold. So let me read the next 5 cop card winners. One of those is Todd Epperson, who now has, let me see if this address is the same address as what you sent me. Yeah, this is not the same. Yeah, Todd, this is the wrong address you gave me the first time. But Todd, you won the 5th Amendment cop cards. Thank you for your address. Jose S in East LA, you won. Now I got to take screenshots. If I don't, I'll lose them. If I don't, I will lose them. I got your address, Jason G. These are for the free 5th Amendment cop cards that I'm giving away for Christmas right now. And then it's going to be Dustin H. But Dustin, you don't have your address in there, dude. Oof, Dustin, no address. Okay, boom, got it. Richard T, you won the free 5th Amendment cop card. Richard T, who is in Arizona, you won the free Fifth Amendment cop card. Who else am I going to give one to? Christopher, didn't you win the last one, Christopher G? I still need your address though, so let me take a screenshot of this real quick. Christopher G, you won, but that was from the last one, I think. Soy Leal, I got you, buddy. I got you, man. Soy Leal, I already sent you out a cop card, by the way. I actually, you know what, Soy Leal, you may not need it. I already loaded up your envelope, bro. Let me know what's in there, Soy Leal. I sent you out something the other day. And then Christopher T in Colorado, you won, bro. I'm sending you the free Fifth Amendment cop card. How many is that? Am I going overboard here? Have I done too many? Yes, I have. So those are the people who won the Fifth Amendment cop card. So you now it's 10 people because I said 6 names. Whoops. Oh well. And Soy Leal, I hooked you up though. When I saw your name came through the order the other day, and I hooked you up just like I did Angie H. Angie H, you know, your envelope came back. Oh, let me read off the other envelopes besides Todd Epperson, who I have your right address now, Todd. Thanks for that. Then also Mark Berry and Wayne C out of Riverside, off of in Connecticut. Wayne CIA. I'll just say Wayne CIA in Connecticut. Your envelope came back for your trifold or cop cards or whatever. Mark Berry and Wayne CIA, and then Todd Epperson. Your envelopes all came back. So let's get you. All right, let's get back to the civil rights lawyer. Should I give away a couple more cop cards? It is Christmas time. Don't enter twice, but it's 7:23 right now. Let's give away 3 more cop cards. Don't enter twice. 3 more cop cards to the next 3 people who go to my website, go to the contact form, go to inquiry, and then contact me. Put your full name and full mailing address and put winner free cop card. And it's 7:23 right now. And I'll take the next 3 people who want free cop cards. 7:23. Go to my website, deletelaws.com with a Z, then go to contact me and then put contact and put free winner free cop card and then put your full name and mailing address. 3 more people. It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time. Angie, you got, if that's the same Angie and you ordered something the other day, I hooked you up. I saw it was, that's the other thing. Now that I do all the shipping myself, now I'm not sure if that was you or not. No, Angie H is the one. But yeah, now that I see people's names come through, sweatshirts are tomorrow, Rip. I actually have them. I can get them on the site tonight as soon as this live stream ends. Let's get back to the civil rights lawyer. Let's not lose track of this story because this is crazy.
After the off-duty officers involved in a shooting outside this bar, the coworker police officers who were on duty arrive. Unbelievably, they see him pull up in his car and they follow him back into the bar where he assaults my client. And it's all on video. And it happened right in front of them. They were eyewitnesses. Yet he was charged for none of that. That's the off-duty officer right there pulling up in his car. Returns to the scene.
And his name is Face. That's who was started. That's who was shooting.
Malik.
Shot in my car. That's exactly what it was.
They shot at you?
He shot in my car. Yes, it was.
Okay.
How you doing, sir?
Pretty good. How y'all doing?
How y'all doing today?
Not too bad.
Oh, I'm fine. No, I'm gonna tell y'all something. You think if you running some shit down here, I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna shut your fucking ass the fuck down. You hear me? Come on. You fucking hear me? Come on. And this
Whoa, this pig is unhinged. Unhinged pig.
But shockingly, the only person subsequently punished for the off-duty police officer's shootout outside Greg's bar was Greg, the bar owner. Just days after this incident, Greg's bar was shut down by the West Virginia ABC.
Is that where the domestic assault happened right here? Because is this the chick? Is this the wife of the pig? And does he push her to the ground? Because does she skin her knees right here? That's what we read in the police report.
Shootout outside Greg's bar was Greg, the bar owner. Just days
right there. That is her. She got thrown to the ground. We just saw the assault on video.
After this incident, Greg's bar was Greg.
He shoves her. Watch. He shoves her. The pig shoves her. This great big fat pig is in the way, so you can't see the out of control pig, but this pig shoves her.
The bar.
There's him right there. You see the back of his shirt right there. There, and there's the shove right there because she's going down. You see that? Her arms fall right there. Boom. She skins her knees. That's what the police report said.
Days after the bar owner.
Boom, he shoved her. He was out of control. There's his head. Watch how he pushes and then rolls away. Watch, you're going to see him roll. The shove is there. Now he rolls after he pushes her. There. He shoved her on the ground that way in front of those cops. Holy shit. Holy shit. He shoved her on the ground. Oh my God. The system is ruined. You can abuse your significant other in front of full-grown men and they don't arrest you? How's that? That's disgusting. That's disgusting. I mean, that's just unbelievable to me. I can't even wrap my head around that. How is that even a thing? You watch another guy abuse a woman and you don't do anything about it. You are a coward and you are a bitch, biatch.
But shockingly, the only person subsequently punishing the bar owner just
shoved her on the ground in front of the cops. This cop's standing right there. He saw the whole thing. And she went down hard. She didn't watch. She doesn't go down soft.
Outside Greg's bar was Greg, the bar owner. Just days after
douche, man. She hit hard.
This incident, Greg's bar was shut down by the West Virginia ABC, the state alcohol licensing authority. As it turns out, the Bluefield Police Department, of which this rampaging criminal was an employee, Bluefield Police Department.
Hold on one second. Now comes the West Virginia alcoholic. One second. Let me clear off me and Chevy here. I think he has captions on. No, I do. So now comes the West Virginia Alcohol Bureau Control Administrator's Commissioner Frederick L. Wooten, duly appointed by the governor of the state of West Virginia, who has reviewed the WVABCA Enforcement Agency's preliminary report. The agent has been in contact with the Bluefield Police Department and the West Virginia Police regarding a disagreement, possible fight, and shootout between patrons, all of which occurred at or near emanating from licensee's licensed premise at 2501 Bluefield on or about October 24th, 2021. The licensee had just reopened following a previous shooting incident October 13th, 2021. The commissioner's 10-day suspension of
which this rampaging criminal.
Information available at the time indicates that on or about the early morning hours of October 24th, 2021, according to the enforcement agency's conversation with BPD, West Virginia SP, and the licensee's owner, that the initial altercation started inside of the licensee's licensed premises. The cop, the initial altercation? You mean the cop who went nuts? Apparently, two of the licensee's patrons, a man and female, were involved in a shoving match. It was a cop who was beating his wife. Oh God, this is rich. I mean, this is rich. Were involved in a shoving match involving domestic battery and assault. The cop beating his wife. The cop had been charged. The cop's wife friends fired a gun at the cop, and the cop returned gunfire. The police accounts vary from the account of licensee owner, and the altercation did occur inside the licensee's licensed premise. At this time, the police believe the licensee owner was intoxicated during the incident, and the licensee owner was not involved or threatened by the male patron.
Was an employee, reported Mr. Saunders to the West Virginia ABC, reporting that there was a shooting at his bar that night. They didn't say anything about the fact that it was their own police officer employee who was the one apparently doing the shooting, and that he wasn't even a patron of the bar that night. Nor did they report to the ABC that the bar owner was actually the innocent victim of this rampaging Bluefield police officer. They didn't receive that information from the Bluefield police. Why would they do this? Apparently, the Bluefield Police Department had already been trying to get Greg's bar shut down. So to be clear, there was a shooting out shut down.
possible threats and retaliation, which would detrimentally affect the community. Thus, there remains a public safety risk to the public, patrons, and the licensee and the licensee's owner, as well as the risk of possible further violence. Based on the above and the nature of this violent incident and the licensee and the licensee's owner's apparent continued failures, public safety and the public will be adversely affected by the continued operation of the licensee premises. Greg's Bar needs to get shut down.
So to be clear, there was a shooting outside Greg's Bar on October 24th, 2021, involving this off-duty police officer. Did you read about it in the news? No. Did you read about it in the criminal complaint / police report from law enforcement? No.
No,
Did
we
you
read
hear
it.
about it anywhere? No. Did it happen? Absolutely yes. Now, with everything that
I mean, this guy's so good. Brian is so good. He's so good. This civil rights lawyer, he's great at what he does for sure.
Duty police officer did that was caught not only by eyewitnesses but on video. Again, all they charged him with was that one misdemeanor domestic violence charge. They didn't charge him with anything related to shooting, anything related to attacking my client, or anything related to attacking the police officers. And they didn't charge him with anything related to alcohol as well. Even though the police officers, in addition to the gun that he used in the shootout being found in his car, also apparently observed and ignored a open bottle of alcohol. And we all know after watching this video that alcohol certainly wasn't a factor here. Take a look at this screenshot.
They were drunk.
Still. Now, this is after the rampage had happened. This is when the fellow...
This is some excellent journalism and some excellent lawyering right here.
Co-workers are looking through the off-duty officer's car and looking at his handgun that he had fired at the scene there that night. They're looking for shell casings and all that. But if you look closely, and I had noticed this before, but the TV news station noticed it, take a look at what he has in his car. If you look closely, he's got a can in the cup holder. Now, I don't know if it can be observed whether or not that can was open. I'm going to speculate that perhaps it was, based on the fact that I don't really drive around in my vehicle with unopened cans in my cup holder. And I also don't act like a crazy drunk if I hadn't been drinking at least some alcohol.
No. Brian, you know, he acted like an entitled government servant, that he was now our overlords, that he would even be willing to break apart from the gang. And I mean, I would bet he's still a pig on the same gang. I'll bet. I mean, we'll find out hopefully by the end of the video.
You can kind of see a general color of the can, and you can also see some letters. I believe that this has been identified. Take a look at this other screenshot of a product that is out there on the market. I believe can probably be found at some local stores there in Bluefield, West Virginia. Red's Wicked Apple. So it looks to be like a potential open container in the car after this off-duty officer had assaulted numerous people, had fired he had been in a gunfight. He had been observed, as I showed in the video, driving up to the scene. Was he ever charged with that? No, I can state for a fact that he was never charged with driving while intoxicated or really anything else other than domestic violence.
Where he threw her on the ground in front of every cop there. We saw her go thud on the ground.
So about a week before this happened, there was a shooting that did not involve a police officer outside Greg's Bar. And that's what sort of led up to all this. It was captured on surveillance cameras. He voluntarily gave them the video, but they wanted pretty much everything. They end up harassing Greg about it and ultimately getting a search warrant and searching through his bar as if they're searching for something else other than what they're supposed to be looking for.
This is pretty bad. Let me read the 3 winners from the 723. I gave away 3 more cop cards, and that would be 723. The first winner is going to be Wes in Ohio, Wes M. in Ohio. Let me take a screenshot of his address real quick. And now the next winner. Well, Todd, whatever address you sent me the first time, the envelope came back. And as you know, I do all the shipping now. So, and then the next winner, I think I already got you. Robin, you already won one. So I'm only going to give away one winner. But I did take a screenshot of your address just so I would have it. And then, so the email address is Abby, and they are in San Francisco. Email address is Abby, and they're in San Francisco. You won the 5A cop card. And then let me do one more. Let's go with Noel in Connecticut. Noel V in Connecticut. And I'm just going in chronological order because I got like 20 emails. So those people. So I said 3, but I gave away 4. So wait a couple minutes and I'll give away 3 more. Wait a couple. Let's go. I mean, I want to give back to as many people as I can, people who come and watch the channel and stuff. So let's give away 3 more cards, but let me wait until we timestamp that. Don't contact me yet. We're going to do it right after Brian shows us this next part.
Listen.
So this was the shooting. Let me just refresh you guys if you don't know what's happening right now. There was a shooting outside of Greg's bar, separate from the night the cop went ballistically crazy. And so when that shooting happened outside of Greg's bar, they wanted the tapes from Greg right then and there. And so this is what happens because Greg is inebriated and he can't drive.
Other than what they're supposed to be looking for.
Listen, it's always my fault when I call. I didn't call. I ain't got nothing to say. Michael Whitehead.
Okay. You're cool to call when you need us.
Yeah, but even when I said it wasn't nothing, y'all jump on me. I'm not doing this. Michael Whitehead.
Michael Whitehead? Well, I need you to pull your camera for me. Give me a copy of the video. All right? Huh?
Afterwards.
Afterwards what?
You're not going to catch me on no kind of bullshit. No. When I call you, you give me a headache. And you and him and everybody else.
Get the hell out of my face then.
He said, when I call you, you give me a headache. And he said,
headache. And you and him.
Well, then just shut up then.
You
When I call you.
When I call you, you give me a headache. And you and him and everybody else.
Get the hell out of my face then.
I'm not in your face, I'm in my building. You in my face.
You're intoxicated right now.
I'm in my building.
You're part of my investigation, okay? If you don't listen to me, I'll take your ass with me tonight. Do you understand?
His investigation, this moron's doing an investigation.
This is your establishment, so you're part of my investigation right now.
God, they just hired the dumbest pigs ever.
They're gonna have this stuff keep going on, man. I am the sergeant.
I'll call Fire Marshal tomorrow for the ABC guy.
Yep.
So they went and got a search warrant, and now they're arriving at Greg's house, and they want him to go open the door pursuant to the search warrant, but they don't offer to drive him. And even though he said he's had some drinks, they want him to drive.
They got a search warrant to go get the tapes out of his bar from the shooting that happened outside.
So here's my final question, Greg. Are you going to go down and unlock the door with your key and let us in?
I'm not driving to my bar.
Have a good day.
He's drunk. You can hear that he's drunk.
Any video recording devices, electronic digital media storage devices, computers, and computer systems.
They're going to take his computers and computer systems to get the video.
Basically, he said record the video on ours or that. Obviously, I got it.
You got some firearms downstairs.
So I caught this yesterday, okay? And this really pisses me off. You heard what he said right here. He said, we got some firearms downstairs. So we have some firearms. Is they have some guns. There's some firearms down here. And now listen to this pig. Listen to the pig change his story. This is so disappointing that these people are pigs. Listen to what he says here. We got some firearms down here. So that means he's got a pile of guns, right? Or a bunch of guns in a gun cabinet.
We got some firearms downstairs.
Got some firearms.
It's all downstairs. Like camera system and shit. It's all. I got one. It's all downstairs. Like camera system and shit. It's all down here. Here's some guns laying down here too.
Here's some guns laying down here too.
There's a gun.
There's a gun. This guy's such a douchebag.
Watch this step because I about died right here.
Like nobody else could navigate that but you, dude. Thank God you had to tell him about that step.
The fan. Here's this camera system. Or the cameras.
Is that where you would find the video recorder of the cameras from the shooting outside? Did you see where he was looking? Are you looking for where you keep the digital storage for your outside cameras? It's back there in the corner of the room, behind the couch, maybe? Douchebag. Does that look like a place where you would store video footage? What are you looking? There's not a video storage. I imagine over by where the TV is, try to find a console where the video storage for the outside cameras would be. What is he doing? This guy's a freaking moron.
I ain't got no reason, I guess, to take out the gun laying there. I mean, I ain't got nothing for it.
He's just obsessed with there's a gun there. Why can't he have a gun, dude? I have a gun.
But I mean, if we can't, if he won't come down here to secure his door, go secure it back. Oh, can they put a lock back in it?
So
Well,
it's now December of 2020.
He was trying to figure out a reason why he could take the guy's gun.
What do you think happened? Well, there only was the single domestic assault charge or domestic battery charge against the off-duty officer. Guess what? That was dismissed. Now, when the prosecutor dismissed it, it said, oh, we plan to indict him with the grand jury in October. And it's been over a year since that was said. Not only was it not done that October, it wasn't done the following October either. We just confirmed today, my staff did, that he never has been indicted. So this was a complete cover-up. You see many different crimes being committed, witnessed by the co-worker police officers, witnessed by other third parties, and including a shootout. And there were no charges. Instead, the only punishment doled out was to get the alcohol license of my client suspended for a year. And that happened before he even came to me. So what has happened now? Well, we did file a federal civil rights lawsuit. They did fire this guy. His name is James Mullins. They fired him, but there was no criminal accountability whatsoever. Could you imagine had that not been an off-duty officer acting in that way? So if you want to follow along on this crazy case, please subscribe both here and at the blog at the Civil Rights.
Yeah, we are subscribers, Brian, and if I haven't liked the video, I will now, and I'll just say I'll come over here and I drop a comment every time for the people, the auditors and the activists. Great job. There it is. Boy, I hope they get this guy so he can't run, because I don't want a police state here. I can't stand him. Wants to indemnify police and make it so we can't sue. The guy totally lost me. Like, and I was a quiet proponent of, man, I hope we get some good things done, but just lost me completely and utterly. Just lost me. There's nothing I can say or do about it. Just it did. He lost me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to live in a country where the police are indemnified, and that's what Trump wants to do. So I'm disenfranchised from that guy completely. I'm going to vote for Bobby Kennedy. I know he's a gun grabber, but he's not going to have any success in that. He'll have no success in being a gun grabber. None. Not with this Supreme Court. They're striking stuff down as it comes out. You know. No way. You guys see this? Man accused of stealing Pokemon. Man accused of stealing Pokemon cards severely beaten by Westerville officer during arrest. Oh, Clown Patrol, what's up? I got your order shipped out yesterday, man. I mean, look at his face. You better not be stealing Pokemon cards. Cops have nothing else to do. What the hell well, there it is. Welcome to another demonetized stream right here on the censorship channel. You guys just saw, I showed the cop is beating a guy. You don't get to make any money off that. They have an entire criminal injustice industry that makes money off that. The cop makes money. Now after this, he'll be officer of the year. He'll be employee of the month in just a month or two. As soon as they get caught brutalizing, beating, hurting someone, they then immediately get promoted right after that. Well, welcome to it. I guess we might as well just enjoy it. It's tough to enjoy that, though, isn't it? Wow. What the hell is this guy doing?
The parking lot of a Meijer store in Westerville served as the scene of a violent arrest, which was caught on camera. You may also find the mugshot of the suspect disturbing. It shows him with bruises and cuts to.
Put a 1 in the chat if you'd like to see the mugshot of the pig that punched him in the head that many times as he was crying and screaming.
His face. This is 35-year-old Ernest Fields, who was accused of stealing Pokemon cards from the Meijer. Again, that confrontation was caught on camera. And again, we want to warn you, you may find it disturbing to watch. Here's NBC4's Isabel Cleary.
We may find it disturbing. Yeah, when you hold people down, put your legs in their hips so their feet. I mean, the guy's feet are elevated. I'm at 102 here. Let me show you guys something. So you guys know I wrestled my entire life, right? I love wrestling. I did. Look, this guy's. So as he punches him, that's one thing. Look, you see, he has his legs underneath of his hips, so he's completely flattened to the ground like a pancake. Can't do anything.
Again, that confrontation was caught on camera. And again, we want to warn you, you may find it disturbing to watch. Here's NBC4's Isabel Cleary to walk us through the incident and the aftermath.
She needs to walk us through it. The media-run, state-run media. No one's calling for it to see the cops mugshot on this state-run media program.
The report we received leaves out any mention of punches or taser use, and we want to know why it got to that point. We do want to warn you, the video may be hard to watch, so we want to
It just magically reappeared her on the right side.
give you a moment to turn away if you choose. A 35
Turn away. Turn away. Everybody, quick. Turn away. Turn away. Our virgin eyes. YouTube, censor me. Censor me, YouTube. Our virgin eyes cannot see what cops do to people in the streets in front of us. It's not good for the advertisers, Chille. What a lie. YouTube, you are such a liar. You're a lying dog. You have police within the YouTube structure. You have FBI. You have CIA. You're going to now demonetize my video, which will put it in the cellar. Nobody will see it. You won't promote it anywhere. And it's based on, you're saying, advertisers. Bullshit. It's based on state power, state control.
Year-old man is accused of
The
stealing
state controlling the optics is what it's about.
almost $680 worth of Pokemon cards. He's facing assault charges after a police report says he attempted to take down the officer trying to arrest him. Here you can see a Western...
That 100-pound little weakling tried to take the... Looks like he's got both of his hands on top of his head.
Officer punched suspect Ernest Fields at least 13 times. You can hear Fields say, "I'm sorry," as he is hit. In this part, you can hear the taser go off.
Wait, after that, he's still getting tasered with 3 full-grown dudes there? And this guy dropped a knee down on him. See the knee in the back? He's got a knee drop down, putting pressure. It causes an ischematic. I can't say it properly. It's called an... I know how it sounds. It sounds like ischematic is what it sounds like. An ischematic stroke, where you have multiple pressure points on your body. Lots of blood has to pool there. And then your heart and can't get enough blood to the brain.
Fields is on the ground, and it appears...
Why are they tasing him? There's 3 full-grown men there, and he's 120 pounds soaking wet.
His hands are on his head. In reports by officers, it says Fields was trying to run away from the unnamed officer who...
So right there, the governor of any state could create a policy and say that if we catch you lying on your reports, you're fired, and we pull your peace officer's license. One governor in one state could end lying on police reports forever. How come they won't do it? Because they don't work for you and me. They work for big business. They work for corporate elitists. They work for the statists. That's what they work for.
Responded to the theft call. They add that store cameras show Fields fighting with the officer, with one report saying that Fields resisted arrest and pushed the officer. Fraternal Order of Police Acting President Brian Steele says this is just a snippet of the video and the facts need to come out.
Westerville is one of the most professionally well-led departments in the Fraternal Order of Police. We know that they will give this a thorough review.
Oh, they trot out some dude and he starts off right away. What does he start off with? One of the most respected police departments in the Fraternal Order of Police.
To come out.
Westerville is one of the most professionally well-led departments.
Well-led departments? So it's one of the most professionally well-led departments. Has nothing to do with this. Doesn't seem like it's that professionally well-led. Brian?
In the Fraternal Order of Police, we know that they will give this a thorough review.
We know that they will give it a thorough review. From a pig's perspective, he's resisting. So how could they give it a thorough review? I mean, you guys know I read part of the Mullen Commission to you yesterday. You can get it on deletelaws.com for free. You can download the Mullen Commission for free on deletelaws.com. It says Internal Affairs doesn't do their job. Brian?
If there was wrongdoing in some...
If there was wrongdoing. Brian, are you seeing the same video? Are you seeing the same video that I'm seeing? Are you seeing the same video? Thanks for the super chat, HD the Wise. Do you got a video? HD the Wise? Because if you don't have a video, people in the chat will let you know. Tell him if he doesn't have a video, it didn't happen. Whatever story you've concocted, remember, we're listening to Brian here say these words here.
Well-led departments in the...
It's one of the most well-led
Fraternal
departments.
Order Police. We know that they will give this a thorough review.
They're going to review it.
If there was wrongdoing and
If there was wrongdoing, he can't see the video. He's blind.
some kind of policy violation,
Some kind of policy violation, maybe.
officer will be held accountable.
The officer, what isn't there 3 of them? Aren't there 3 full-grown men, Brian? Doesn't it take the weight of 3 full-grown men to hold somebody down and torture them? It's all 3 of those men, Brian.
Initial watching it, my training experience, it looks like a good arrest all day long.
The organizing director with Ohio Family.
Initial watching it, my
This is their, and this is, what did he just say?
will be held accountable. Initial watching it, my
His initial watching it, what he saw, you and I saw, with the 13 punches in the head, and then the holding him down and tasing him with 3 men, and the dude's still going crazy on him.
training experience, it looks like a good arrest all day long.
It looks like a good arrest all day long. And who's going to investigate these pigs here? The same pigs that he works with, that have the same perspective as Brian.
Watching it, my training experience, it looks like a good arrest all day long.
The organizing director with Ohio Families Unite for Political Action and Change say it is disturbing how the video and the police report seem to differ.
It's disturbing. Why doesn't the line? So HD the Wise, if you got a video, brother, I've been talking to so many people on Team Delete Laws. I've had so many conversation with so many people. Like, I've talked to so many people. One person asked me to call him back yesterday. I'm sorry I haven't called you back yet. I've been so busy. I mean, if no video, I mean, read the comments here. If no video, the tree didn't fall in the woods. I'm reading the comments here. There's people agree with what I'm saying. I'm trying to tell you, if you don't got a video, man, I can talk to you until we're blue in the face. Let's be best friends.
It's really important that department's use of force policy be very public and that they hold themselves to that standard in a very public manner. Our organization continually works on issues of transparency and accountability.
We reached out to the Westerville police chief, but he could not talk Monday. We're hoping to speak with him soon. Right now, Delaware County Court of Common Pleas shows that Fields is charged with felony 4th-degree assault and will appear in court on Tuesday.
Wait a second. He's being charged with felony. I mean, and this is the other thing the pigs in this country are doing. When they beat on you, they charge you with assaulting them. Just so Team DLZ here knows, I'm never going to fight a pig. Not going to happen. So if they charge me with assault or battery or resisting or whatever, it's a lie. I'm not going to fight any pig. That's what you pigs want me to do. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to beat you guys by becoming your boss and changing the policy from the top down.
Okay. Oh, please, okay. Turn on your stomach.
He can't turn on his stomach. They're beating him. Putting his tasing him. He said turn on his stomach. He did. And he said turn on his stomach, and he did. And then they tased him. And this other guy is grinding him into the ground. All of his weight. You can see it. What? This guy's just learning jujitsu or something? Goes around and tases him as the other guy's he's holding him down. How about you don't got to put his hands behind him back? You can just put him in the back of the car. Look at this dude with all of his weight pushing on the guy's neck and head into the ground. All of his weight's coming off of his body. Look. What a beta male. I mean, what a bottom boy beta male bitch. Look up on his toes as he grinds another man into the concrete. He's putting all of his weight on his back as his arms are behind his back. That can kill you dead. He's not. He's got all of his weight across his back and his arms are behind his back. It's just brutal. It's just absolutely disgusting. Just disgusting. That's what I keep telling you guys. The police have a very strict set of policies, procedures, and protocols. You heard that Fraternal Order of Pigs. You just heard what he said. That he saw it, looked like a good arrest to me all day long. This is the policies. And people say more training. I say defund. We need new organizations that are based on only protecting the rights of people. Only, not law enforcing. This is about officer safety and them being able to just crush somebody. Look at what they're doing. The guy who's the Fraternal Order of Police leader, he saw this and he said, looks like a good arrest to me all day long. The guy's saying, I can't breathe. There's 3 full-grown men. They're tasing him as they have 500, 600 pounds of weight around him. They're tasing him, torturing him. Supreme Court says it's not 8th Amendment. It's not cruel and unusual punishment because you weren't sentenced to that. Bullshit. That's cruel and unusual punishment all day long. It needs to be challenged. Now they're running in there red. They're running in. Why is that guy just putting all of his weight onto that man's back and choking him, choking the air out of him? Why is all of his weight on the guy like that? Why? That's their policy. It looks like a good arrest to me all day long, is what the Fraternal Order of Pigs said. Why are they coming running in with sirens for a guy who was shoplifting Pokemon cards? Look at the resources. Look at the amount of money being spent. Wow. Wow. Let's bring it up. Let's give away 3 more cop cards. Who wants a free 5th Amendment cop card? You got to go to my website, deletelaws.com. 3 more for Christmas. It's Christmas. Let's give stuff away. 3 more cop cards. The next 3 people, it's 803 right now. It was 723. Now it's 803. You got to put your full name, mailing address, go to deletelaws.com with a Z, and then contact me, put winner free cop card, and then put your full name and address so I can send you the cop card. Mail goes out tomorrow morning. So you'll get it within, depends on East Coast. Someone told me today they got a package stamped November 27th. Today's the 12th. I sent that to her 2 weeks ago. It's crazy. She got 2 packages, one dated December 5th and one dated November 27th. I was like, you're kidding me. She got them today. So that's 7 days for the 5th, and that's almost 2 weeks for the 28th. Crazy. 3 more people. Let's give away 3 more cop cards. Let me refresh my email addresses here. 3 more people at 803. The next 3 people who go to deletelaws.com and contact me through my inquiry form. I got one in. Man, Brian, you are fast. Brian in South Carolina. Brian B, you are fast. Screenshot. There's the first winner right there. Let's get 2 more. Everybody do me a favor. Hit the like button. Oh, did you get your stuff, Shanta? Did your stuff come in the mail? I hope it came in the mail. I hope your stuff come in the mail. I will let you guys know. That's 1. I just cannot believe what we just saw. That was so horrifically bad. I'll get 2 more. Let's check out the next video real quick. So just so you guys, I mean, I know you guys know my ears are cauliflowered. I've fought and wrestled my entire life. This is a wrestling move. This pig right here blocks his heel and so he's got his body locked. I don't think it was quite the wrestling move I thought it was. So that's the thing. You never let any man lock their arms around you ever. Never, no matter who they are. And then he dumped him. Not much of a wrestling move. Any amateur could do that. Just dumped his head into the concrete. He's unconscious. Wow, there's the pig that did it. I mean, put a 1 in the chat, you know, if you hope bad things for him. I mean, I you know, you fucking pig, bro. You fucking pig. We hate you, dude. You are such a pig, dude. You are such a pig. Make him do the roar. I wish we knew who he was. Hello, everyone. I'm Angel's mom. I truly appreciate everyone who... Sorry about that. Sorry, I didn't know that was small. Hello, everyone. I'm Angel's mom. I truly appreciate everyone that has been supporting my son in this horrible situation. You mean... Sorry. Thank you so much for everything, for keeping us in your thoughts and prayers, for everyone asking. He is currently resting and recovering. God bless everyone. Thank you again. Justice for Angel. But the problem with Justice for Angel is that there's about 600 Justice for Angels. Garden City Police Department, Kansas City. What do you guys think? Garden City Police Department, KS. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let me switch over to ChilleDeCastro, because I want my own name to be there. And this is going to be, I don't know how to use Facebook anymore. Let's go like this. Garden City Police Department, KS. Let's see what we get. There it is right there. Is that the same one? 28,000. This is the same pig shack right here. Oh, and they're just posting up people's mugshots and missing persons. Yeah. 46 comments. Oh, here's some comments here. It sucks that this is what we're reduced to doing, is that we can just go here and throw our little comments in here. Message. Let me see if I can message them. Trying to message them. You guys suck. Yeah, they suck. They pretty much suck. All the way around, they suck. So I got 2 more winners for the 5A cop card. 2 more winners. After Brian B. Brian B, you've ordered something from me before. I've filled your envelope before. Guarantee that I have, my friend. Guarantee I have. So what was that? I said 803, right? Okay. I have to go and... So, just so you guys can see, I'll just take a screenshot real quick and show you guys. This is how many, whoops, sorry about that. This is how many people contact me, and just, it's unbelievable. There's so many people. There's so many. It's cool. It's great. But I'll show you guys. There it is. And then Todd Epperson, as you know, I got your address, Todd. But that's how many people. So let me read the next 2 names who won the 5A cop card. So it's going to be this one right here. It's going to be, Joey S, but you didn't put your address. You gotta Joey S. Try again on the next one, dude. Cecile D in Wisconsin. Screenshot. You won the 5th Amendment cop card. I'm going to send that out to you. Gabriel M. Sr. in Modesto. You won. Got you. All right. So those are the next 3 people who won cop cards on. How many have I given away now? Like, is that like, 5 and then 6 or 4 and then I did 6. That's 10. And then I did 3, but I did 4. So 14, and I just did 3 more. So that's 17. I can do 3 more. I think. That's a cool 20 cop cards I'll give away during this live stream. Let me do it in 1 second, though. Let me go a little bit further down the rabbit hole here with my favorite subreddit here. I just cannot stand police. I just cannot stand them. I really, really can't. You know, it's tough because I just, you know, I want to be a humanist, but at the same time, I mean, when you see videos like this, and then, like, I think the worst part of
Ernest Fields, who was accused of stealing Pokemon cards from the Meyer. Again, that confrontation was caught on camera, and again,
kind of policy violation, the officer will be held accountable.
And the facts need to come out.
Westerville is one of the most professionally well-led departments in the Fraternal Order Police. We know that they will give this a thorough review. If there was wrongdoing and some kind of policy violation, the officer will be held accountable. Initial watching it, my training experience, it looks like a good arrest all day long.
The organizing director with Ohio Families Unite for Political Action and Change.
that part for me, I think, was the worst part. Looked good to him all day long. That people should be treated this way all day long. All day long, this is how people should be treated. Former LA County Sheriff's Department deputy gets 2 years for violating skateboarders' rights. That's nice to know. Oh, I could answer this. Reasonable suspicion. Is it a crime specific? Does RAS require a specific crime, or can officer have RAS without naming a crime just because the way you were acting combined with other suspicious factors or crimes? Kansas versus Glover lowers the bar for RAS opinions. Yeah. Yeah, it sure does. I mean, if you guys are new to the channel, we've gone over Kansas versus Glover maybe 15,000 times. 2019, go down here. This is the one where, look at that. All of them. The only dissenter was Sonia Mayor. Oh, wait. Why is she going over there? While on patrol, a Kansas police officer ran a registration check on a pickup truck. I'm sorry about that. You guys can see it. And learned that upon running the check, the officer learned that the truck was registered to Charles Glover and that the license had been revoked. Acting on suspicion that the owner was unlawfully operating a vehicle based on the assumption the registered owner's truck was also the driver, the officer stopped the truck. So they can run your license plate and then just say that if the registered owner of the vehicle's license is suspended, then you must be the driver. So the officer confirmed Glover was the driver and issued a citation for being a habitual violation of Kansas law. Glover moved to suppress all evidence, arguing that the stop had violated his Fourth Amendment right against unreasonable searches and seizures. According to Glover, the police officer lacked reasonable suspicion to pull him over. Let's, I can keep going on this, but the constitutional question is for purpose of investigative stop under the Fourth Amendment, which the Fourth Amendment is probable cause supported by oath or affirmation, but they changed the Fourth Amendment standard to reasonable suspicion. Do you understand that? The Supreme Court, the unelected Supreme Court, changed the Fourth Amendment to mean reasonable, articulable suspicion, not the probable cause standard. Is it reasonable for an officer to suspect that the registered owner of a vehicle is the one driving, absent of any other information to the contrary? When they lack the information to the contrary, it's reasonable under the Fourth Amendment. Under what? So what is this an extension of? What is this an extension of? What is Kansas versus Glover an extension of? What is the jurisprudence of Kansas versus Glover? Terry versus Ohio. Terry versus. So for the person who wrote in, maybe if you see this, maybe someone can take this video and timestamp it and put it on that guy's answers. Kansas versus Glover didn't lower the bar of the Fourth Amendment. Kansas versus Glover used the jurisprudence of Terry versus Ohio that lowered the bar of the Fourth Amendment probable cause standard. That's what you actually... So the answer to the question is... Sorry about that. Are you still there? So the answer to this question right here, let's answer the question for this guy. Let me just answer his question because he asked a question here. And so this is in police brutality. It's right down here. Okay. Can you guys see? Can you guys see what I'm writing here? Okay. So the question was, what are your thoughts? No. Ah, my fingers. My hand's a little numb today from the torture I received from the damn pig. There you go. There you go. There you go. Now I explained it. I hope it was clear. Right? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's Terry versus Ohio. That's the entire problem that we're facing is Terry versus Ohio and an unelected Supreme Court. Police made me homeless and I have no access for any benefits, but I am legal. Boston cop will plead guilty to attacking Capitol police officer with a chair. The policeman reform cycle. Oh, wow. That must be interesting. That must be interesting. Cop shoots someone. Public outcry, maybe. Findings conclude lack of training at fault. Police buy a tank. Politicians demand accountability, lead investigation. Police call for more funding for more training. Cop shoots someone. There it is, in a nutshell. It's spot on too, isn't it? That's a good one. I should take a screenshot of that. Yeah, we saw that one yesterday. All righty, I'll get the flock out of here. I've been here long enough anyway. Was I giving away more cop cards? Did I make an announcement for more cop card giveaways? I was going to give away 3 more. Let me see. Let me refresh. I got what time did I make that announcement? I don't know. Did I make an announcement I was going to give away 3 more? I did, right? So I got to keep my word here. Okay, cool. So those winners are going to be, there it is, right there. That's the last one. There it is. So Jamie P in PA. Jamie P in PA. I'm sending you a free 5th Amendment cop card. And then after Jamie is Grant W in Tennessee. You won a 5th Amendment cop card. What's up, Playboy? Congratulations and Merry Christmas, my friend. And then there's one more, and this will make it a cool 20. I give away 20 cop cards today. Awesome. Okay, and then I've got Andrew A in Alabama, in Ardmore, Alabama. There it is, brother. Just took a screenshot. So now I will have tomorrow. I will have to. I got that. I got someone's. I have so many inquiries right now. So if I announce your name, I hope you have your address. So you don't have to send me more inquiries. There's 20 cards I gave away. Oh, I did? I announced it twice? Well, I don't have the screenshots of the first 5 people because they didn't give me their addresses. And now I have like 100 WordPress inquiries. So I don't know how those first 5 people, I don't have your addresses and it's going to be impossible to find your addresses. So you're going to have to email me again. Sorry. I didn't have screenshots of those. I'm just keeping it real. I don't want to lie because I'll get caught. Too many people watch. So when you have thousands of eyes that watch, you cannot do anything wrong. You got to be so careful. So I don't want to do anything wrong, but I don't want to be a liar either. I want to get you your 5A cop cards. All right, listen, I'm going to get the flock out of here. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I was on for almost 2 hours. If you didn't get a 5A cop card, get one for Christmas for your friends. They're only $10. It's not like they're super expensive, but $10 is money too. I get that. So the 5A cop card right now, I gave away 20 during this live stream, maybe 15 if I don't have those first 5 people's addresses. I need your addresses. And then I got to go back and watch this to see who those 5 people were. Jesus criminy. God bless America. 5A cop card right here. It's $10. It's indestructible. Well, I mean, you could destroy it, but it's like a credit card or a hotel key card. And it's the 6 steps of what you do if you have to deal with a pig. And that's why I have this 5A cop card. So you cite the cop, you start filming, and you say, I invoke my First Amendment. 1A, the navy blue is the law. And the black is what the cop does, yellow what you do, and the navy blue is the law. So these are only $10. I dropped them way down. I've decided I'm not going to, it's not a money-making venture. It's a venture where you just, I'll make a little bit of money. I'll make my money back and make some money. But, I was selling for $30, and nah, fudge it. I'm going to get the flock out of here. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Chevy, Soy Leal, Jason, anybody sound off here? Clown Patrol, Paul, what's going on? Adam Claus, what's going on? Playboy, Marcy, how are you? How are you, Marcy? What's going on? Chevy, Chris Boudreau, nice to see you. Chris Boudreau's becoming a regular. Melania, how are you? Melania, I think Melania, you were one of the winners of the 5A cop cards. Good to see you. Joey, what's going on? Ignacio, how are you? Ron Richards, what's going on? Suri, how are you? User 4574. Kinetic Customs and Racing, what's going on? Kevin B, what's going on, my friend? How are you, brother? Nice to see you. All right, I'm going to get the flock out of here. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, Gators.